It's two guys I look up to a ton, and they're two guys that are at the top of the sport. So to have them come congratulate me is pretty awesome, and just this whole experience is awesome. I can't believe I just won the Knoxville Nationals.
I would join you with that unbelievable comment, as would this entire room, but yet you did it. Never before, perhaps, has there been a more popular winner as well. Normally, when a second or third place guy are sitting up here, they're not clapping for the winner. But all the way up and down the line, what did it mean to have this caliber of competition come and greet you in victory lane and all the steps along the way to let you know exactly what you did? Again, that probably will not sink in for quite some time.
Right, no, it's sinking in for sure. It's still unbelievable, and like I said, to have the top guys in the sport come congratulate me, makes me feel really good, and I think it says a lot about those guys too. And no, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Sit back for just a couple seconds and let this thing soak in as we turn our attention to our second place finisher, Rico Abreu. Rico, it's not very often where you come home second and you almost got to hand it to the guy, but was there anything different that you could have done to perhaps become that first guy to win the 360 and 410 Nationals in the same year?
I think that you really dissect the race, and it's just such a fast touring pace, and the 10 guys have done an unbelievable job just getting their car prepped right, and when you get in that position where you can get out front and log laps, and you kind of look, Ryan couldn't see in his rearview mirrors, but it was a dogfight back there to get to those podium spots, and I think my team just did an unbelievable job, just execution at the brake. We continued to pass cars, and that's what we come here to do, is just position ourselves. So I just am more than happy with my team, and congratulations to Ryan. That's what an incredible career, and I sit back and just watch his success, and with the team that's put together for him, and you can see in those guys' eyes the belief they have in him, and for him just to drive a Cadillac around there is pretty cool to watch.
I can imagine the range of emotions, but again, you're a guy who's A, so positive, and B, loves the history of this sport. What is your emotion in this exact moment? Is there a little disappointment, a lot of disappointment?
I think anytime you run on the podium at the Knoxville Nationals, you have a successful run. So, I know my time's coming. I work hard enough for it. I just think that you really have to earn these wins, and and it just continues to allow us to come back each year and build our team up. And I'm looking forward to next year.
Incredible year. Yeah, that's Rico. And finally, David Gravel, boy. I would love to ask you why you drove like a pissed off teenager, but there's a pissed off teenager that did a little bit better, but 21st to 3rd. What was the motivation, and how did it come together tonight?
Yeah, the motivation is to try to beat everybody out there, no matter if they race NASCAR or not, but just giving my all every time I hit the track. It's so damn humid out. You race 50 laps as hard as you can, and it is a dogfight every single lap. And I know Ryan kind of stunk up the show and won by a good margin, but I mean the second through fifth there, those last couple laps were insane and intense, and that's what it felt like for most of the feature for me. But we just never give up, and this sucks starting this far back, but we end on a positive note, and Ryan doesn't realize what he did here today. Being a high point guy, winning every lap, it is hard to do what he did, to qualify like he did in the heat race, get that job done, and do a great job in the feature. And putting 50 laps together. I know Kyle won the last couple Nationals, won every lap, but that's not easy to do. And he could have easily choked, and he did not, and that shows his poise. And racing here weekly, these guys had a good package, and you see when the track was a certain way, they were the fastest car by far, and that showed tonight.
Tonight I'm going to grab my spoon and stick it in your pot, stir it around. Yes, you got to the podium, but what was it like when you caught the 57 and eventually got past it? And everybody wants to know it in the room.
I know he was,
That's fair too.
He wasn't, really that good. He was kind of backing up, and I just hit the bottom in 3 and 4. And at that moment, he didn't have a shot to win the race. So to me, he was just another car. And I was, trying to get to the front, and I was 13th at the break, and then got a good restart and hit the bottom good. And yeah, you feel like you passed a bunch of cars and you're 13th at their break. You're like, shit, you still got a lot of work to do. And it just worked out. We were 5th there or 4th on the restart, and people were zigging and zagging, and I went the right way and ran 3rd. So just proud of my guys, proud of our effort, and I'm just so torn. We were so good there halfway through those runs, and I had a lot of fun. I definitely need a cocktail, and I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
And on that note, let's turn it over to our visiting media members as Blake Walker will hand off the microphone for more intriguing questions.
Ryan, TJ Buffenbarger, TJSlideways.com. You had a really close moment with Spencer Baston there. What happened in lap traffic trying to lap him, and from your perspective?
Yeah, no, I drove it in there. I thought I was going to clear him, and I got about halfway there and realized I probably wasn't. But I'm not a dirty racer, but I'm willing to run into hit a guy when I'm leading the Knoxville Nationals. So. Robin's racing, that's right.
Ryan, Jeremy Elliott, SprintCarLimit.com. I talked to you on the other day about this. Your career's come full circle. You came out, finished 2nd with the World of Outlaws, then had about a year and a half where you got injured at Lincoln, some ups and downs, getting this car. Looking at it now, how much did you need maybe to have some of the down times to realize this dream of winning the Knoxville Nationals?
Yeah, no, I think you can't appreciate the good if you don't go through the bad. So we had a little stretch there where nothing could go well for me, and we weren't running good anywhere really, and we decided to change things up, and I, for whatever reason this car just suits me a lot better, and it drives like a dream around here for sure, and we had just kind of a perfect scenario tonight. It was top side for me at 3 and 4, which I do fairly well on the top, and then the bottom it was you could run it in really hard and 1, and then just past the center of the corner you could kind of drive back up across the middle through the crumbs up to the wall, so you didn't have to do really a whole lot of pedaling, and it was just perfect scenario meant to be, I guess.
Neil, welcome. I got a race amazing. David, you ran up to 13th at the break. Do you think if it was 10th or anything like that, you may have had a little more at the end? And then the other part was, it seemed like maybe lap 18, Tim's was coming, and then he was maybe within a corner of you, and then it looked like you picked up the pace, or did you just find something before the break?
Yeah, you're racing around a lot of good guys, and I was racing with J-Mac and Buddy for a lot of the race there, and early on, and was kind of messing with the bottom and found the top of 3 and 4 and really changed my pace and started, really ripping there. And I seen we went a little bit past halfway, which was nice, but I wish we had a couple more laps because I think there was 4 or 5 guys right in front of me that I could pass, and they were kind of hanging on. And then on the restart after the break, I got a good start and kind of got under Peck, and I kind of bailed on it, and that cost me about a lap and a half. I think if I forced in there, I probably would have crashed. But that was a mistake on mine to try to force it where there wasn't a lane, and probably should have went around them. And there's a couple corners, probably 4, 5, 6 corners that I wish I could get back. But when you're racing a different guy every couple laps, you just don't know exactly where their lanes are, and you just got to react and put your head on the swivel there. So it wasn't a perfect race by any means, but we put together the last 10, 15 laps of those runs. We put together some really good laps.
Rico, Mike Mallett, DirtTrackDigest.com. Talk about the second half of the race there. You kind of just hung right around the top 5 the first half, but it looked like whatever changes you guys made in the second half, you were kind of able to change your line a little bit and really make some good passes.
Yeah, we just, I feel like we got a little more aggressive with the balance of our car, and I think if I could have, just got to second there a little bit quicker, I could have and caught traffic with Ryan. I felt like, as the race went on, my pace got a little bit faster, and I was able to race a little bit harder. I just feel like the first half of the second stage, I was, like the more percentage of throttle I ran, my right rear corner kind of just kept growing and growing, and I had to, woe back down and let Carson kind of make some mistakes in traffic, and I could really start getting the bottom and 3 and 4 to work, but Ryan was just such a fast car when he just points his car and can drive it across the racetrack and continue to not scrub any speed, and it's honestly really incredible to watch. When you can get your car that right on this racetrack, I definitely think that it's it's hard to beat when you catch traffic, and I always pray to get to traffic where you can pounce on guys, and that's really where I feel I've been dominant late in these races. And you look back at 360 Nationals, and it's really where my car came alive. So I was hoping to get there, but the 10 car just never really slowed down in those times.
Rico, Jeremy on SprintCarUnlimited.com. You've been chipping away at this all year. I think you had 5 out of 8 wins coming in this event. You raced here a lot. You were fast. You've been fast almost every time here. And again, methodically moved to the front tonight. Do you just feel like you're chipping away at this, and your time's right around the corner, especially with the team you have and the speed you have here?
Yeah, I just think if you can stay consistent with that, I just really focus on the consistency of the team and the employees and the infrastructure of, the direction we take our cars and our engines, and, we're always dealing with obstacles in the sport of sprint car racing, and things change very quickly, if it's resources or engines, programs, or tires we bolt on our car, or, employees, and I think that it's what makes our sport so unique, and then you put it out on the racetrack against 24 other guys that have similar equipment to you. So our sport is incredibly tough right now, and track position is keen at times, and then you see a car storm up through the field like the 2-car did, and which makes it really impressive runs. So the Knoxville Nationals, this race, you fans are what makes this place so incredible. I honestly just the Kings Royal, the atmosphere of sprint car racing right now is unbelievable, and I get to go to all these races, and I just know that the fans are what make this sport so impressive.
I quickly want to jump in. We'll continue with the media members, but David, your son just joined you here, and a moment like this, how does it change the perspective of being a father versus what you were before you had it?
Yeah, when you crash on your prelim night and you're all pissed off about your night, and you take the suit off and he still tells me good job, it makes it a lot easier, that's for sure. So yeah, it definitely changes your perspective in life, and we got another one coming, so yeah, I'm happy and proud to be a dad.
Congratulations, let's turn back to the floor.
Mark Schaefer with the Atomic Courier. Ryan, just want to talk about how much Racing Care on a weekly basis has helped you, especially using that notebook tonight.
Yeah, no, Racing Here. Well, the team itself, Shane, he's raced here for quite a long time, and so his package has always been pretty dialed, and it was really nice for me because I just had to get in it and make myself better, and I had a fast car every night, and when we first started racing here, I wasn't real smooth, wasn't very consistent, and at the beginning of the year, if you would have told me I'd have been sitting here, I would have never believed you. And luckily for me, I have guys that believe in me, and they keep giving me the resources to get better. And every night that we raced, we would just get better and better. And it really, racing here weekly really helped prepare me for the prelim night. and to get through that well and put myself in the position to win on Saturday. So racing here weekly has been awesome and a blessing for sure.
Brian Scott Jackson, the Austin's Herald. I asked you after Wednesday night what the next 48 hours are going to be like for you, getting ready for this. What have the last 48 hours been like, and have you allowed yourself to envision being in a moment like this right now in the last couple of days?
Yeah, all day today. This is all I was thinking of was what it'd be like to be standing in victory lane and what it'd be like to win this thing. And you know, I was driving here, driving to the track at some point today, and I just had the butterflies in my stomach all the way here, and I wanted to win this so bad for mainly my team, for myself as well, but just for Shane and everyone. And I don't want to say I knew I was going to win, but I just felt really good and confident about it going into it. And I think that says a lot about my car too, being able to have such a good piece to be that confident in. And I don't know, it's been a really relaxing last 48 hours up until today, and then I was pretty nervous wreck all day. And then once we got going, the green flag dropped, it really kind of felt like any other race though, being out up front.
Let's go ahead and make this the final question, Jeremy, as we got fans waiting in the pits and drivers still in fire suits.
Hey, Ryan, talk about your relationship with Shane Levy. I mean, it seems like he kind of changed the trajectory of your career. You guys have a really good combination. What is it about your relationship and what he can provide you as far as a car that has, made this not look easy, but led to all the success?
Yeah, well, Shane, he's the car owner and crew chief, and he's been successful in everything he's done. He's a business owner. He's been successful at that. He raced himself. He was a fairly successful race car driver, and he is. He really knows his stuff when it comes to setting up a race car, obviously. And but the main thing for me is he's just been a great driver coach. He makes it easy on me when it comes to setup. If I'm a little tight or loose here, or whatever the case may be, he normally can see it, even if I maybe can't feel it, or vice versa. So he's just been a really good driver coach, and he tells me how it is, and when I screw up, and even when I do well, he'll let me know where I could have been better. And I think if he wasn't that way, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now.
We'll wrap it up with one more, Ryan. For the last 24 hours, we had believed that you were the youngest pole sitter in Knoxville Nationals history. We started combing through the record books and pages and found out back in 1964, a guy 2 months earlier than you, Kenny Weld, won it.
Yep.
You're going to have to start brushing up on Kenny Weld history now, because you know what he did that year? Won the Knoxville Nationals.
Yep.
You know what he did the next year? Won it again. Is the bullseye on your back okay with you?
Yeah, hopefully history repeats itself.
There we go. Flanked by the Queen and her court. How about it for our podium players tonight? Coming home third, Connecticut's David Gravel, and second, the runner-up out of California, Rico Abreu. And one more time for your champion, it's Oklahoma's Ryan Tim. On behalf of